headed for Wyoming in 1882. A woman, a team, and a wagon, gonna make our dreams come true. Settled in the foothills of the Bighorn Mountain slopes. Life was sweet, and we lived on the meat of the deer and the antelope. We cut house logs up on the mountain. With the team, we hauled them down. Peeled them and we stacked them up, plowed some bottom ground. Traded for some cattle, turned them out on the open range. The skies were blue, but we never knew how things were gonna change. Oh, Powder River, you're muddy and you're wide. How many men have died along your shore? When you brand a man a rustler, he's gotta take a side. There's no middle ground in this Johnson County war. Well, a neighbor stopped by yesterday while I was outside chopping wood. He filled me in on the local news, there ain't none of it that sounded good. Said there'd been some cattle stealing with some no-count outlaw band. We'd all been branded rustlers by the big ranchers of this land. So it was us against the cattlemen, and the years just made it worse. First the drought and then the tough winter, Johnson County been dealt a curse. And there came the story about the two dry gulch attacks. Ranger Jones and John Tisdale both shot in the back. Oh, Powder River, you're muddy and you're wide. How many men have died along your shore? When you brand a man a rustler, he's gotta take a side. There's no middle ground in this Johnson County war. And then last night at supper time, well, a rider stopped by a chance. Said the cattlemen, their hired guns just burned the KC ranch. 2 men had died this morning, shot down in the snow. And now the vigilante army was on the march to Buffalo. Well, the county was in an uproar and every man saddled up to ride. They caught the cattlemen at the TA ranch and surrounded all four sides. They held the house with bullets and swore they were gonna pay. Then the cavalry came across the plains. Once again they saved the day. Well, they marched them off to Cheyenne. No one went to jail. The cattlemen were all turned loose and their hired guns hit the trail. And I guess the only justice wasn't much, to say the least. Last winter, me and mine ate mighty fine on the cattle baron's beef. Oh, Powder River, you're muddy and you're wide. How many men have died along your shore? When you brand a man a rustler, he's gotta take a side. There's no middle ground in this Johnson County war. There's no middle ground in this Johnson County war. A long stretch of highway reaches out across the plains. Open fields of sagebrush scattered wild along the range. It's not the place to break down, just keep driving through. But why would you live here? Well, some people do. A white knuckle wind blows strong, ain't nothing to slow it down. I watched tumbleweeds race along this dry and barren ground. There's no sign of water, and they could use an inch or two to go weeks without it. Well, some people do. In the middle of nowhere, nothing much to see. But somebody's everything, somebody might be me.